So what is Project Reactor? So Project Reactor is the Spring way to provide the functionality for reactive programming in Spring, right? So it includes many projects like Webflux, Spring Data, and Spring Gateway. So many things. Let's understand the difference between the iterative approach and the reactive programming approach with an example. So in iterative approach or in the enterprise Java application approach, we have a client and we have a server. When the client sends a request to the server, the corresponding thread from a thread pool from the server serves that request and send a response back. In the next picture, we can see if we are using a third-party database system. So till then, the response is back to the client. The thread is in blocking state. So no, another request can be only served when the response from the previous request is fulfilled. If we are using the parallel programming in the previous system, so we can see that we are using a different thread from the thread pool. We are having server thread 2 for the second request, and the server thread 1 is working on the previous request. So but currently with the same thread in the reactive programming, we can perform the two requests in non-blocking way. So when that request 1 is going and the response is pending, so till then another request can be served, and in the meanwhile, when the response is coming back from the request 1, till then the request 2 can be completed. So this is the main difference between iterative and reactive approach. So to understand the reactive functionality, you have to understand the reactive stream specification. So reactive stream is an initiative to provide a standard for asynchronous stream processing with non-blocking backpressure. The specification is the specification is composed of the following four interfaces. So it is the first interface specification is having is publisher, which produces the data and uses the subscribe method, which allows the subscribers to register in order to receive event when publisher produces it. The second one is subscriber, and which is having on subscribe method, which is allowed subscriber to be notified, and on that next method is called when new items are available. On error is called when the method is invoked when there is an error, and the on complete method gets invoked when publisher has completed its task. The subscription interface bind the publisher and subscriber together. Request method will be invoked to ask for data or cancel to stop that connection with the publisher. So what are the reactive types we have? So we have one more interface because we have shown that we have four, but the fourth one we are not covered in this space, and it is not very much required in our scenario. So yeah, so reactive types are like Flux and Mono are the two reactive publishers which have the implementation of reactive stream specification. So basically, Flux and Mono are two reactive publishers which are having the implementation of reactive stream specification. So we will now learn these two Flux and Mono publishers in the reactive stream to understand the functional, like what functionality we are being going to use, and by which we will complete our work, complete our project. Flux is standard publisher that represent an asynchronous sequence of 0 to n emits item, and Mono is a publisher that emits at most one item. It is either 0 or 1. We will learn these two in details in future.